And were you quite young when your pop passed away, I think you were saying, or?
Yeah, so what happened was at a young age, um, I remember my grandmother coming in and telling me, one day she said, um, "Son, your grandfather has got a tumor on the left side of his lung, the size of a Sharon football.
Wow.
He has to go down to Melbourne for an operation, and it's a 50-50 chance that he might make it." And she said, "Do you want to come with me, or do you want to go and stay at your uncle's in Cummeragunja?" And I chose to go and stay at my uncle's in Cummeragunja. And I remember her saying to me, 50-50 chance he mightn't come back. But I chose to go to Cummeragunja because, I could sort of run amok out there, we could ride a motorbike or just get up to a bit of mischief. And I wanted to go have some fun instead of going and being with my grandfather. I would have been about, 11.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
maybe a
come
bit earlier. Yeah.
so roughly about 10 or 11, and sorry, I might not say it right, but Cummeragunja, was that like a property that was maybe 3 or 4 hours away, or where was
So
that?
Cummeragunja was like 45 minutes from Shepparton here.
Yep.
And Cummeragunja is where, my people were simulated, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So they used to put us on missions.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Cummeragunja mission is where my people were simulated onto that mission, and they
Gotcha.
put a school on the mission, and
Yep.
they started to sort of try and, they stopped us from speaking their language, and they had us we had to have movement slips, and there was a lot of guidelines they were putting in place for us.
Back then when you were alive as well, or was that?
Now, see, I was born in '84, and by that stage, that sort of died out the way they were doing it back then. And a lot of my people, if you ever heard of the Cummeragunja walk off, a lot of my people, my ancestors, walked off that mission to protest against the living conditions, against
Yeah,
the way they
no.
were treating us. And they walked from Cummeragunja all the way over here to Shepparton and over the bridge to Marupana, and they set up camp down there and down in the flats. And so some of them walked to Echuca. So, you know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes both ways.